Hey everyone, John Henry here from School of Trade, and today we're going to be taking a look at a wedge, kind of a channel, a wedge, a pennant, whatever you want to call it, buy off the lows here on crude oil. So it just got filled along two contracts here, looking long at 48.33. Stop is going to go below the low here. We'll just pop those down there. Now, the targets on this one, we do have the option of going up for the regular percentage ones like we do here, 50%, 100%, but the problem is we've got all these matching highs that come through here, and I really don't want to try to sit through a trade that needs to break through those levels without at least taking some profit off there. So the first target's going to be at 48.67. The second target, now we'll go back up and use those percentages, so 49, 27, 26, 25, somewhere in there. We'll go to 27 and then place our order right there at 49.27. So looking at this trade, it does require a little bit of a bigger stop. Our stop size is going to be 19 ticks. That's why we're in two contracts long here. But the risk reward on this is phenomenal. You really can't ask for a much better risk reward than that. This is really the first attempt at this level since it's been formed between these last couple lows down here. So just basically just drawing those up just like you would anything else. Came down, tested it, gave us a beautiful bullish little candle right there. Nice little buy above that candle, which is why we're in at 48.33. Again, the reason I'm taking my first target out a little bit early instead of going for 50% and then 100% is just these matching highs through here. We've got those matching highs at 48.67. The actual high is at 48.76. But I mean, you can see all of the clustering that kind of comes through these levels. Every time it came back there, it bounced. And I want to prevent a situation where, we're trying to go up here somewhere for our first target and it hits here and then rejects off and we get stopped out for a loss, right? We don't want that to happen. So we're taking that first target up there, and that'll give us a trade of 34 ticks on the first contract. Second contract is going to go all the way back up here. That'll be 94 if it can get up there. It's a really big move to the upside. Now, going for 94 ticks, will we get it? Well, it's kind of 50-50. This morning we've already had almost 200 ticks in movement. That's pretty big, considering it's only 9:30 right now. We're going on 9:30 in a couple minutes. So it's really kind of hard to say whether or not we're going to get a full other 100 ticks back to the upside. But we have to leave the target on there and see if it wants to go. We'll trail our stop just like we always do. Otherwise, we'll get that first target off at 34 and we'll take $340 home. So what we'll do is we'll be back in a little bit. This will probably take quite a bit of time here on a 5-minute chart. This setup that we're looking at, this may take another, hour or two. So we'll be back in a little bit when we start getting closer to our targets and see if we can get them hit. All right, we're back. We just got that target filled here, 48.67. Now, since we have that target filled and we are catching a nice little rise higher here, what we'll do is we'll bump our stop to one contract and just move that to break even, maybe break even plus one, just to lock out any of the excess risk. This is the area that if it is going to turn around, it's going to do it here, which is why we're going to plus one, just in case it does decide to come all the way back on us. You can see this nice big green candle that shot straight up into our target here. I don't want that to be met with a bunch of selling pressure. So now that we have our target off, we got $340 in the bank, just looking for the final contract all the way up there at 49.27 if it can go. We are seeing the buyers really defend this wedge low. So, there typically isn't ever a triple top that lasts very long, which is kind of what I'm hoping for here. We're forming that triple top, and chances are we're probably going to fluctuate a little bit there for people taking their profit or getting short there. But more likely than not, 7 out of 10 times are going to break through that high. Now, again, will we get up to 100 tick move? Maybe, maybe not, but we'll definitely be along for the ride, that's for sure. So we'll give it a little bit more time here. I wasn't expecting it to go that quick. It's only been about 10 minutes and got that filled. So looking for the next target up here again, who knows? It might be the next 3 minutes, it might be the next hour, but we'll be back and we'll see if we can get a hit. All right, we're getting a really strong push higher here. Oh, there we go. Got it filled. Wonderful. What a beautiful trade to the upside there. I was going to lock my stop in a little bit closer, but since we got that filled, let me just cancel that stop there. Ridiculous trade to the upside. I mean, this bullishness that's coming in right now is through the roof. I mean, yes, we are sub 50, so I guess it's not a surprise to see that. But keep in mind, we're coming down from a low this morning all the way back at 46.83, and we're already up at 49.30. We've had a huge rise higher. So, we do have crude oil inventories today that may completely reverse this market, but right now we're really, really strong to the upside. And these are the types of patterns that you want to look for when you're that bullish. You have a nice pennant setting up. It's an ascending triangle, if you will. You could probably angle this up a little bit more if you wanted to, but overall, just a beautiful, beautiful setup. And even after we broke above that, you'll notice they never closed back below it again. It actually broke out, pulled back. You could have hopped in right there and then just rode it right back to the upside again. So plenty of opportunities to hop hop in, with the entire move. Just a beautiful trade. So that's going to be the trade for today. Overall, 94 ticks and 34 ticks gives us 128 ticks on the trade, only 2 contracts. Kind of wish I took 10, but that's going to be the trade for today. If you have any questions about it, feel free to send an email to School of Trade. Don't forget to check out our trial at schooloftrade.com, and as always, we'll catch you next time.